Hey Rock Project students, so Run to the Hills by the mighty Iron Maiden. Let's talk a little bit about this song. It has two different tempo and feel rhythms to it, but actually structurally it's pretty straightforward. So we'll talk about that. So first of all, before I break it down, here's a little playthrough so that you can see how it goes and give you an idea of what the performance is like. See you after. Okay, so you've heard the song. Like every song that we do in the Rock Project, we're not looking for perfect performances. We're looking for you guys to be able to play this as a band, which is what the Rock Project is all about. So we will break down the song and teach it in as great a detail as we can, or as you need us to. But really the idea is to get the understanding of where your hands need to be and then play it. And that goes for the solo as well. So let's have a little talk about it. So I'm going to look at the main rhythm parts. And so the song starts in a slightly different rhythm to how it becomes in the rest of the song. So we got this really simple dump, 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 dump. And then we play these little chord fragments, which are kind of cool. So we go... Sorry, let me get that right. So basically what we're playing is it's all pedalled around the A string in this part. And so we're playing frets 7 and 9 on the middle two strings. And then 7 and 7. And then we reverse that and go 7 and 7. And then 7 and 9. So it's... You notice there's a slight strike on that open A first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we do 5 to 7, both same notes on each string. And then we do open to fret 2. And if you listen to it, Adrian Smith slightly hammers on that. And then that just repeats over the whole first section. And then after the snare hits, douche, we go into a triplet galloping feel. So let me do that slowly, and it's on a D chord. So we go. So how are we counting this? So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... That's how I would count it as a guitarist. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... That helps me know whereabouts the rhythm is. So it's got that kind of galloping feel. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2. Then all I'm doing is I'm moving down to the C chord. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... So we go. Now all I'm doing there is I'm just keeping the bar chord, the power chord, but I'm moving my root note from the C to the B flat. Sorry, C to the B. And that's the verse, okay? And then we've got the pre-chorus, which is a A, C, F, D. And just a nice big old slide. So that whole section, I'll do a line of the verse and I'll do the pre-chorus. 2, 3, 4. And then we got the chorus. Now the chorus is really cool because basically it's G to F. And that's cool if you want to do that. C. Back to the G. However, the guitarists do this, which is kind of cool. Which I love, I think it's ace. So basically all I'm doing is my thumb is playing the G. My third finger is also playing a G, so I miss a string. And then my first finger is also playing a G. So we got all the Gs. And then we've got this open G and the open B. And then all you do is you slide that same chord back 2 frets to the F position and keep all the open strings. And then this call. That. I love it. It's just an amazing chord. So you go. Then C. So this is cool. So you do a little. So we go 2, 3, 4. Oh, actually, no. The lick doesn't come there. It comes after this G. Let me do that correctly. So yeah, so it goes C. That little B over C. Then the lick. So it's kind of cool. So then we'll do the solo section in a minute, but coming out of the solo, there's this really cool bit. 2 guitars, give the both parts. It's nice and simple. Where we go. So all I'm doing is I'm using my middle 2 fingers here because it sort of makes sense to me to do that. Although if you see me revert to these 2 at some point, that might happen as well. But generally I'm going for middle 2 fingers. So I'm playing the A chord, so I'm playing fret 2. And I'm pedaling that A string again. Then I go to fret 4. But that A stays open, the A string. Then I go to fret 5. And then I play fret 7. So it's a pedal tone lick, which means the A doesn't change, but the chord on top of it does. That's the Dave Murray part. Adrian Smith plays, the other guitarist plays a slightly different part. He plays that chord we played at the beginning and slides that forward. So he goes forward 2 frets, still pedaling the A. Forward 1 fret. And forward another 2. So I'll play the 2 parts, one after and not at the same time. That's not possible. I'll play Dave Murray first and then Adrian Smith. So. And that's it for the rhythm parts. And it's a great song, but you got to get that. Get that galloping rhythm. It's worth the practice. Right, now let's have a look at the solo. Okay, so the solo in Run to the Hills. Let's have a little talk about the rhythm under the solo first. So first of all, we're just following around the chords and we're doing that triplet thing again. So that's the changes. So we're doing like an E chord. And then we do up to a G with that F sharp. Then we do B to C. Then we do this cool CB thing. I keep playing that B chord by accident, B. Let's do it right. I will say that triplet rhythm is tough, so you're really going to have to practice that. So that's what's happening underneath the solo. Now, I'm not going to play the solo note for note as Dave Murray did, because 2 reasons. One, it's kind of improvised, and he does play it very similar each night, but he also does a lot of whammy stuff, and most of you haven't got whammy bars. So we'll do some whammy bar stuff in the future if needs. But so basically, he's starting off here in the E minor pentatonic. It's all E minor pentatonic. And he plays some cool licks. So here's the first one. So a cool bend. A bend and a rebend. Which is really cool. And then he ends up in this little lick stage where he's going, which is really cool. And then he does a little run up the pentatonic. And he does another one of those lick things. And then a bend. Now that's a really cool place to play that bend. And then this little hammer-on pull-off trill kind of thing, right? So he goes... Okay, which is cool. Then the crazy whammy stuff, but we're just going to do some bends. So, if I was to play it all the way through, I'd do something like this. 2, 3, 4... So again, it's improvised. So basically, if you're around that E minor pentatonic, oops, E minor pentatonic, you can really make this the solo work just by playing some of those ideas, which we'll talk about. Okay, cool. Well, listen, enjoy. Get those horns up, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.